So you're probably wondering how we ended up here. Well, this is not a good position to be in. So someone's got you nice and gripped tight around the collar, it's slamming you up against the wall. You're in a pretty shit position if you ask me. So if we want to get out of this, rule number one when you're up against the wall for wall fighting, I have to stay on the wall at all times. I'm not going to try and muscle my way back off, because as soon as I do, I'm going to get slammed right back on, and there's a good chance you're going to hit your head, you're going to get knocked out, you're going to get the crap beat out of you, fight's over. So you're on the wall, my back stays on the wall, I'm going to drop my hips a little bit so that I can get nice and heavy. Makes it harder for him to move me, but it also keeps me balanced up against the wall. As I'm dropping my hips, the one thing I want to do if he is doing this collar grab, I want to bring both my arms across, and I'm going to drop somewhat around his elbows as hard and as fast as I can, so that the hopes is that he's going to kind of drop his weight and come into me a little bit. Now, as I do that, I'm also going to drop my weight, like I said, at the exact same time, which helps bring him in a little bit closer. So that's going to be the first step. He slams me, arms come across, I drop my weight. Now he comes in a little bit closer to me. I'm nice and sturdy up against the wall. He's off balance and he's leaning into me, which means whichever direction I now go, he's coming with me. Now, when you are up against the wall and my hips are here, understand that as I'm turning him to put him into the wall, again, I'm not stepping off and turning. I want to stay on my hips, use my hips and my shoulders, and I'm merely turning whichever which way you want to go, but I'm turning and keeping my side up against the wall. And basically, I'm going to stay connected until he's up against the wall as well. Once that's the case, then I'm clear to back off, but not until then. So he grabs, I've dropped, I've slammed. Now from here, you can either cut the one tricep or the other tricep. Meanwhile, the other hand's going to stay connected. So it doesn't matter which side you want to choose. I'm going to grab one, my other hand, as I reach, I'm going to reach for his far shoulder. But as I do this, I'm also going to kind of throw in a strike to the throat. Now, the point of this is, one, I'm going to kind of knock the wind out of him a little bit and make him suck in for air. It's also going to loosen up his grip. As I grab, I also kind of check him in the throat, and at the same time, I'm pulling on this tricep and turning with my elbow to slam him into the wall. From here, now we're in a position where we're both leaning up against the wall. He's been injured, his weight's fully up against the wall, my weight is starting to come off. Until I do that though, I'm going to throw in a couple strikes to the side of the head, press his head up against the wall. I can also throw in a kick if I need to. At this point, there's no way his hands are holding on. If they are, for whatever reason, continue throwing a couple strikes. Those hands are going to come off eventually. If not, merely just rip them off at this point, and I can back away. So all together, he grabs, slams me up against the wall. I drop, break him in a little bit, grab the tricep, same time I strike, slam him in, throw a couple of heel palms, throw a kick, and we disengage. Another alternative. I'm still going to use this as my initial engagement to break his weight in and draw him closer to me. However, instead of coming for the throat this time, I'm going to grab the back of the tricep as usual. This time I'm actually going to come around and grab the back of the head. This is a nice way when you grab the back of the head, because I have the option to either push or to pull, so we'll kind of cover both. So if I want to pull, I'm going to grab on the back of the head, again, grab on the tricep. I'm still shifting my weight, but I'm going to pull and merely kind of just tug with that hand and pull his head straight into the wall. From here, I'm still going to follow up with a couple of heel palms. If I want to, and this person is a lot bigger than you or a lot stronger than you, or you feel like your life is really at stake here, I can grab the side of the head and actually just kind of pull it across the wall. Assuming that this is a brick or a hard surface, it's going to be a nice little rug burn at the least that they're going to get on the side of the face. So again, one more time with the pull, I collapse, I grab, pull them in, throw a couple of heel palms, grab the head, slide it across the brick, let them feel it, and you're good to go on that one. If you want to go with the route of pushing, again, everything else follows suit. I drop, I collapse their arms, grab the back of the head, only this time I'm pushing the head into the wall, which means I'm slamming it as hard as I can, and essentially I want to clap the wall as hard as I can with their head. I clap them in, again, throw a few heel palms. I can throw a kick if I want to, I can kick the groin if I want to, throw some more heel palms if he's still not holding on, otherwise I disengage the grip and I break off and you get away from the wall. So all you need to understand, if you get put up against the wall, it's not the end of the world. Stay put on the wall, get that person to suck into you, do the damage you need to do, and get out of there. Stay safe, people.